Guys, I got a special treat for you here today. I'm here with my friend Eric Piazza. He's the local lumberjack chainsaw competition dude. You've probably seen these guys on TV before. This is a YZ250 Yamaha engine, ported, polished, big Mikuni carb, no air restriction, and a very, very loud Stinger exhaust. So I'm gonna wish I had my ear protection on. Eric, what year is this engine?
I'd say it's an 87 bottom end with a 97 cylinder.
There you go. 1997 cylinder. That thing's, they were Ripper stock. This one's got high compression. It's been ported, polished. It's got the best of everything. Not a lot of parasitic drag on it because it's going straight to the chain here. I'd guess 40 plus horsepower. So don't try this at home, kids. Let's hear a rip, Eric. Badass. Eric just podiumed 2 weeks ago with this third place finish against the best chainsaws in the East. As this engine's been balanced and blueprinted by Crankworks, one of the premier. It also has the spacer on the intake, all the tricks that you'd want to put down some serious horsepower, because it's all about speed.
Okay, so assuming it like
Send it.
send it?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. I gotta have you up to the house. I got a couple big trees we need to cut down. All right, you got it.
Guys, it gets better. He's got the Widowmaker in there. I forgot to mention the CR500 saw, which will run next. How was that compared to your normal run? Was that a good one?
I was a little shaky. The stand, I don't have any weight on the stand, so I couldn't
Yeah, it's kind of wobbling out of the way.
Yeah.
How long you been doing this for?
I've been doing it about 10 years now.
10 years?
Yeah.
It's not your first rodeo, huh?
No, I'm a little new at the hot saws, but getting into them. But yeah, it's not the first one, no.
So you also hot rod production saws too, like this. I have the same exact saw. I saw the pipe. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
CPI, one of my favorite pipe companies. This is a 372 Husqvarna, which you can buy off the shelf. Does CPI sell this pipe to the public, or is this something they do? Oh man, I got to give my boys a call and let them know I need one of these. What's a pipe like that run?
I think there's 350 about.
350 bucks?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it. I haven't heard it run next. Guys, I know you want to see the big dog CR500. Stay tuned, but we gotta give this little 72 a run here.
Oh, you want to fire it up?
Hell yeah. What kind of fuel do you use in these?
This is a methanol.
Methanol.
Yeah, this is it's methanol, 20% nitro.
20% nitro. Wow. I know on the dyno that'll definitely add some horsepower for sure on the motorcycles. We ran that on Kenny's 250 hill climber a few years back. We still have some nitro here. Word to the wise, guys, if you have nitro in your fuel, your burn fuel, don't use it for lighting fires. Ask me how I know. It's like a freaking bomb. I forgot there was nitro in our waste, in some of our waste fuel.
Oh,
what a surprise that was. Basically exploded like a bomb and scared the shit out of me. But yeah, we won't be doing that again. Of course, he's running special jets in this thing, running nitro. So, and the pipe, I'm sure this is a lot hotter than my 72 for sure. You competed with this one too?
I have, just a little, at that same show. I did all right. I did pretty well with this. They had a class for this, so I brought it, and I did okay. Like out there, we were in the Midwest, and they are just fanatics about little chainsaws. Not I shouldn't say little, but just production style modified saws. Yeah, but that's like their thing out there, like Ohio, Michigan, fastest saws in the world.
And this model is probably the most popular Husqvarna model on the market today. At least the local shop who sells them told me that. I have a 55, a 72, and an 85, and I'm always going to the 72. It's got the best of both worlds. Relatively big bore compared to a 55, but much lighter than the 85. What kind of chain do you run on this thing?
That's a regular 3/8 chain off the shelf, and it's just it's square filed.
Sharp as a razor.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as loud as I thought it would be. It's definitely louder in stock, but I'm sure with that expansion chamber, it's putting out more power. There's normally just a little tip to it, so that's definitely going to give it some more torque. Guys, this 500 saw is actually for sale too, so if you're thinking about buying one of these monsters, it certainly makes quite the conversation piece. Not everybody on your block has got a CR500 powered chainsaw, that's for damn sure. So stay tuned for that. Guys, this CR500 here is an 89, started life as an 89, it's been highly modified. Dan Cahoon out of California. Dennis Cahoon, I'm sorry. He built this. It's got a very unique key-in system here. It says CDK2. I don't know a lot about that. We don't use those on our dirt bikes, but I assume that's the hot ticket for the saw. Heavily ported, no parasitic drag, very little flywheel weight here. Clots, exclusively Clots synthetic lubricants on all the saws as we've been running, regardless of the fuel or nitro. Is that correct?
Right.
Yep. So this thing's a monster. I ran this in the video last fall, and it's a machine. Started life as a 491cc typical CR500, but this one's modded. Some of the tricks you can see, like the cylinder head's highly modified. The intake, it has a spacer, which we like to do even with the Air Striker carbs, and it's been heavily ported for this application, which is WFO pretty much for a few seconds. No liquid cooling, doesn't need it because it barely will get hot. Like a hill climbing build, sort of. I know we got a lot of gurus watching this, probably Keith Peterson, KPR, you might be watching. If you have any tips and tricks on what he could do to make this better, he bought it the way it was, but I'm sure if you sent this out to KPR, he'd have this thing singing a better tune. But in lieu of that, if any of you guys watching has some tips and tricks on the YZ97 YZ250 or the 89 CR500 that we don't already know, go ahead and comment. If it's a good one, we'll pin it. Guys, Eric has 15 plus years experience, professional experience with these saws, so if you're gonna build a 500 chainsaw, you might want to hit him up or the guy who built this for some words of wisdom. But he's humble and obviously looking for feedback. If anybody has some tips and tricks on this that are better than this, let us know, because